In this series, we're going to be focusing on a topic that entitled The Journeys of Our Lives. Be led of God. There are journeys that are God ordained. These are journeys that are born of the Spirit of God. These are journeys that have the grace of God upon them. These are journeys with divine provision, with divine protection, with promises attached to them. These are journeys where Jesus would say, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. These are journeys where God himself is the strategic partner in that journey. These are journeys where God and the whole heaven is interested in. Then there are certain journeys that are born outside the will of God. These are journeys where people use their own intellectual, their own senses, their own mind to move in those journeys. These are journeys where people start and along the way they get stuck. These are journeys that no matter how much you work on them, no matter how much you invest in them, you are not fulfilled because you are doing something that God has not called you to do. Because you are doing certain things that there is no grace for you to do. Because you are doing certain things that there's no divine protection. There is no divine provision in those journeys. How much I pray that even in this season, God may raise men and women who are going to be like men of old who walked with God. My Bible tells me of Moses. Moses, before he delivered the children of Israel, God spoke to him. He never woke up one morning and decided to be a politician. But God himself led Moses. If you look at Abraham, before he even engaged on the journey to where God had called him to, my Bible says that God met up with him and God spoke certain things and God delivered certain promises to Abraham. Then my Bible also speaks of a man of God called Manoah, who was the father of Samson. My Bible says that Manoah inquired of the Lord how to raise the boy Samson. How much I pray that God, even in this generation, may raise men and women of God who, like David, may say that, Lord, which direction should I take? Should I pursue or I mustn't pursue? Should I walk or I must stop? Because in our generation, many are full of scientific mind. Many are full of a mathematical mind. Now, a scientific and a mathematical mind are minds that are against the Spirit of God. Because you cannot reason God using your senses. You can never reason God using your senses. The things of God are spiritual things, and you can only tap in those things through the Spirit of God. Many are marrying, are studying, are busy doing things from their own mind without the approval of God, without the leading of God. How much I pray that even in this generation, may men and women of God be raised who know to move with God, who know to wait for the leading of God, who are able to dwell at the place of prayer, at the place of intimacy, to dwell at the place of seeking God, and say, God, if you are not speaking, we are not moving, we are not going anywhere. If the cloud is stationary, we are stationary. If the cloud is moving, we move. May God help us. May God lead us, and may God guide us.